Hello everybody, this is episode 112 of the Pentagon Challenge. We're at a finely balanced point of the season. We have taken a few bad defeats in our recent away games, which is pretty much to be expected. But against Veracruz this afternoon, we have to get the 3 points as we continue to be strong at home. We have a game in hand over some of the teams above us, and we want to get back into second position in the table. You can see Querétaro yet again are breaking away. Our home record is still very strong, unbeaten in 5, with just the one draw letting us down. But we still have 0 wins from our travels, and Veracruz are one of the better teams away from home. And as I said, we're in a delicate point, and here's why. No wins in 4, and only 2 wins since we last met, which was this really disappointing 1-1 draw to Mineros. But things certainly got off to the ideal recovery with the 4-0 walloping of Toluca, who actually beat Flamengo in the Copa Libertadores. So that is a huge result. We got 1-0, a 1-0 win out of Atlas, so that was ideal. But away from home, we still struggle. We had a much better performance against Club America than we did last season at the Azteca, but we still managed to throw away the victory. Santos Laguna took the first points away from us at the Estadio Morelos with that 1-1 draw. Again, we conceded in between the 60th and 69th minute, so that was poor. Pachuca managed to tear us apart. They deserved this win. They went 3-2 up, and despite some late tactical switches, we didn't do enough to secure anything except a defeat. And then a massive disappointment here against Peñarol in the Copa Libertadores. We were expected to do well in this game, but instead we ended up getting our arses kicked. We were thrashed 5-2, and with Belgrano and Alianza drawing, I believe it was goalless. Yeah, it was. So because of that, it made this defeat even more bitter to take. And this is my first appearance in the Copa since I won it, of course. You remember that. I certainly hope so. And Vasco da Gama were kept away from us in the draw, but at the moment we're nowhere near considering a place in the knockout stages. But if I'm going to be a 2-time successor, or like very successful in this tournament, then we're going to have to do much better than that. And we'll be playing cultured left foots Alianza in a home game next, so I'll give you a brief clip show of that. But it's all about Veracruz today. We need to get this victory and secure our place in the top 8 for the closing stage. But it's certainly going to be difficult with all these games coming thick and fast, and I don't know which one to play in the next episode. But anyway, we can avoid thinking too far ahead. It's all about today, and Veracruz are going to be tricky challengers. We generally get the better of them, but the simple fact of the matter is we have to avoid playing poorly with the rotated team and get those 3 points any way we can, and then we can move on with our lives and avoid falling outside the top 8 for the first time all season. That is absolutely vital, and you can see a lot of teams are catching up, and Veracruz will be one of those teams to overtake us if they win here today. But we're going to avoid that situation with this 4-2-3-1 as expected. Cota, Moreno, Ibarra and Perez among the players I'm picking. They've gone for 2 up front, but they leave the midfield a little bit exposed. But as I probably drill over and over again, it just doesn't matter what formation is played. Things could go very wrong in an instant. So as I noticed, they are unfit, so they must have had a commitment midweek. But my Copa Libertadores journey meant that I was probably spared a domestic affair. So we need to get the pundits talking about us in a positive light again, because we haven't won in 4 games, and even though the players are still pretty buoyant, we have to make sure the fans are on our case as well, or on our side, I beg your pardon. They need to be on our side, and with a great attendance, let's get our kick-off underway, and let's see what happens. So no interesting highlight there to talk about, so we'll ask for some passion and we'll wait and see who gets the first blood. Possession is good from us and we just need to get forward with Alvarez. He goes into Moreno and he has 2 red shirts around him, but he continues a jog into the right hand side. Poor cross. Guerrero and Hernandez working together, but that's a giveaway to Diego Carlos, and forward to Alvarez he goes, dribbling as best he can against the left back. Rafael! Oh, I don't know how the keeper kept that one out. He let the ball spill out of his hand, but he got away with it, and that's wide from Veracruz. Not as good a chance as ours, it has to be said, but we can go control for a little bit, see if that works. We can encourage the play. Acevedo to Alvarez again, taking him on, and Rafael's header this time is out off target, and that's our fourth shot of the game, so we'll need to do a little better than that. Come on. Bermudez to Aja, Torres and Cuevas into space. Absolute thunderbolt. 1-0 to the away team, and everything is certainly unravelling now. It's a terrible time to be slipping down the order, but Veracruz usurp our position and we'll have to do something about that, so demand more. It was a fantastic strike, but we could have done better in the defence. Alvarez to Ibarra. Cota, that should be 1-1, but it's actually skidded wide. He's usually a fabulous finisher, but that time it wasn't at all up to standard. We have a free kick to defend. It's Torres looking at Cuevas unmarked, and he slides it wide as well. Should have been 2-0. How do you miss those chances? We have 44 minutes on the clock. Very quick first half, even though we're not extended. Highlights Moreno. Beautiful ball. It has to be 1-1, but he was selfish. Absolutely uncalled for by Alvarez. Just cross the ball and your teammate will help you out. And no need for decorum. That was very poor. We should at least have a goal. Whatever about their goal, we have to say having nothing to show for our work is terrible, and I'm losing a lot of faith in this team. Just when I thought they'd recovered from the disappointments of last year, they are doing it all over again, and with the table fluctuating week after week, we can't afford to waste our opportunity to get in the top 8. You can see we have a tie between Tigres and Club America, 2 massive clubs who have won the league plenty of times, but America, even worse for them, they're losing, and Pumas are losing, so it could be much worse unless we do something about this. We might go more direct now, turn that off and see what happens, but we have a free kick in our half and it goes to Veracruz, but we give it to Rafael. We're now in their half. It's Alvarez just about keeping it in. Low cross to Moreno. It's blocked. Requajo didn't get it into a teammate, but the highlight ends regardless. They made a substitution. Quinones, is he a midfielder or something? Yeah, I won't worry about that. Just too high. We're going to make our own substitute. I'm struggling for ideas, but Wallace Mercado is perhaps the most obvious one. His compatriot Diego Carlos has not played well. If only I could play 3-5-2, I'd love that, but it's not going to happen. I don't know. No, we'll have to keep him on. Ibarra not playing well, so 4-4-2 maybe. We'll try it out, see what happens. On we go, onwards and upwards. 60 minutes played, and a lot of guys just need to calm down, so I'll just tell them calm down, relax just a little bit, and concentrate on the equaliser. Rafael's header didn't work out, but we have Requajo, on the overlap. Rafael, Wallace and Ricardo. Oh, it's another really tame finish. You have to do much better. 70 minutes played, 71, 72, and it looks like Rafael has nothing else to give, so we'll try Vitor in the number 10 position, and he should work out. But this is diabolical, lads. At least get a goal. We're used to scoring in front of our home crowd, and with only 2 shots on target from 11 attempts. It just has to be better than this. Come on. Time for overload. We have our 3 substitutes used. Push forward. What can I do? Shoot on sight. We have Vitor to Acevedo. He's been booked about 13 times this season. Very bad. There it is. 1-1. The wingers combine, and it's decision time. Will we go forward, or will we take this 1-1 draw? I think we just need to concentrate. But I think these guys are struggling. Kota realises he needs help. Moreno shoots from about 25 yards and it doesn't work. It does look like overload is working. Diego Carlos wide from the corner. I think they're retreating. That's a good pass. Vitor wins a throw. Pumas have managed to equalise. We need to win. Anyway, will do. It's a throw in from the clearance. A minute and a half remain. The win would put us up to 3rd on goal difference. Here is Perez. Morales has done it. Oh, the crowd are happy again. Through. It's Eder Morales. 3 goals for the season for him. Get in. The overload does work, and we are back on track with another 3 points at the Estadio Morales. Well done to Morales. He's chipped in with a crucial goal, but I have to say Wallace and Ricardo and Vitor made huge statements on that game. Also, there we go. Man of the match to Raul Moreno, and I can't take it away from him. He put in 8.5 miles of running, more than anyone else in the squad. And that certainly helps us out, but we have to win a game away from home. It's killing me inside that we haven't done it in over probably 8 months. It's getting cringeworthy now, and we shoot right up the table, absolutely, Mr. Marquez. So let's concentrate on getting further away from the 8th place drop or bubble zone. We just we got away with one today, but I'm glad this was captured on camera for you all to see. To put Veracruz back into their box is massive for the season, but we have very little rest time. I think we play a game in a week. We play Zolos Tijuana, who are bottom of the closing stage. Or sorry, no, they're 16th out of 18, but they're in the worst form out of anybody. So I hope to change our fortunes there. I'll do the clip show of Alianza for Cultured Left Foot, and we'll come back probably after the second Belgrano game and we'll play Dorados away. We'll see how we're doing in the Copa, because things need to change. We need to win all 3 of our home games if we're going to make any impact in that tournament. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye now.